Lewis and Clark's expedition. In 1803, the United States bought the Louisiana Purchase for $15 million. That was more than 800,000 square miles of land, and President Thomas Jefferson was curious to find out more about it. Being curious, he originally called Meriwether Lewis to his office to be a secretary, but then asked him to lead an expedition to explore the lands of the Louisiana Purchase. Lewis was curious as well, so he agreed and was required to keep journals of all the plants, animals, and new things that he observed. He also needed to draw detailed maps of the land and look for the Northwest Passage, which was believed to be a faster water route from North America to Asia at the time. Later, Lewis convinced Jefferson to appoint William Clark as Lewis's assistant leader. In October 1803, Lewis and Clark met up at the Ohio River and sailed through the Ohio and Mississippi River. Before heading out, Lewis and Clark packed everything they needed, including 44 barrels of pork, 4 barrels of biscuits, and 193 pounds, that is 88 kilograms, of dried soup. On May 14, 1804, they finally sailed up the Mississippi along with 38 other men. It was very difficult to sail since along the Mississippi there were many sharp rocks, fallen trees, and mosquitoes, and they had to do a lot of fishing and hunting. By spring of 1804, the men had traveled what was today's Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska, and Iowa. On August 2nd, 1804, the team had found the Mississippi Tribe and Oto tribe and was able to trade various things with them, such as food, weapons, and blankets. In October 1804, the men had traveled to present-day North Dakota and stayed in a place called Fort Mandan. After spending 5 months for the winter there, they started traveling back to Jefferson in April 1805. On June 13, 1805, they had come across the Great Falls in Montana, which served as a big obstacle, yet proof that the Northwest Passage did not exist. By July 1805, the men had reached the Rocky Mountains, which would be the most difficult part of the expedition. Fortunately, a Native American woman named Sacagawea was able to guide them through the Rocky Mountains carefully. Eventually, the group arrived at the Columbia River and had to sail through it, which was very difficult since there were so many sharp rocks and powerful, rapid waves. Soon, the men split up into 2 groups, one of which went through the Yellowstone River and one through the Mississippi. They met back up where the 2 rivers met. Finally, in September 23rd, 1806, they had come back from their 8,000-mile, that is, 12,875-kilometer journey. They had reported the many new plants and animals that they had discovered to Jefferson. The encounters and exchanges that they had made while exploring during their expedition were very useful to government officials, scientists, and especially settlers. These 2 men are one of the greatest parts in the United States of America's history.